Slam Dunk is one of those classic animes that always gets suggested. It has been recommended to me more times than any other anime. So, does this classic from 90s still hold up today? That is what we are here to find out. Slam Dunk is considered a pioneer of sports anime. It teaches many valuable morals of life, such as establishing strong bonds with each other and to never give up. It's an anime that's been a part of my childhood. I knew from its first episode that it would be hilarious. Actually, from its very first scene, it is absolutely hilarious, and it sets the tone for the whole movie. Slam Dunk is a unique kind of shoujo anime. Unique kind of sports anime, because it doesn't actually focus on basketball as much as you think. Something like Kuroko no Basuke or Haikyuu, the main focus is on the sports, but whereas Slam Dunk depends more on the comic timing and inspirational, motivational speeches to get the story through. Now let's get to the story. The plot is centered around our self-centered protagonist named Sakuragi Hanamichi. He's a middle school boy and he is a delinquent. He hates basketball at the start of the movie. Now this is a protagonist that is supposed to be my medium to the sports anime, but he hates basketball, and so he begins at ground zero, and then we see him get interested in basketball, but for all the wrong reasons. He likes a girl and she happens to be interested in basketball, so he joins the basketball club and tries to show off. The girl mistakes him for a basketball player, but soon realizes that he doesn't know anything about basketball. The anime itself is mainly set in Shōhoku High School. It's the home to Shōhoku basketball team, a team that isn't considered a threat in Kanagawa prefecture of Japan, mainly due to its lack of skilled players, and the team is really a one-man team consisting of team captain Akagi Takenori, or Gorilla as Sakuragi likes to call him. But with the new year rolling in, several new players joined the team, including the superstar first year Rukawa Kaedi and our protagonist, the self-proclaimed genius Sakuragi Hanamichi. Now Rukawa is the Vegeta of this particular anime. He is the rival, and the most fascinating thing about it is that he isn't in an opposing team. Most animes like this set the rival in an opposite team so the protagonist can face him, but the skill difference between Hanamichi and Rukawa is so great that you can't even imagine it, and so they're in the same team and they have to play together to win. And this is quite a unique take on it on a very early stage, and I kind of like it. I actually enjoyed this rivalry, though Hanamichi was nowhere near as good as someone like Rukawa. Now when we see this team, Shōhoku team, progress and become a real team, it gets new members, it builds team morale, and it becomes more and more stronger. And this is a very important part of an anime because it helps us relate to the characters. It is an essential part to see the steady development of our characters. Overpowered protagonist sometimes can alienate us. We live in a century where people can pretty much defeat each other with one punch, like Saitama. He's the literal one punch man. But still, they give him obstacles to cross, and that obstacle in this case is so high. Now that I mention it, dreams and goals of all the characters really play a huge role in the anime. It's been the major reason for a lot of determination, passion and character development in the show. I love this aspect because I find it relatable, since in real life we all have our dreams and our own motivations actually, and these also drives us, and it's fascinating to see how these motivations drive these characters to become better basketball players. Now characters. The anime focuses on a huge cast, not only Shōhoku basketball team, but also players from other team, as well as Sakuragi's trope of nut jobs. Now having a large cast of characters can be a definite problem if not done right. but Slam Dunk takes its character and uses them to its full potential. All the characters possess indicative, diverse and likable personalities. But the most important reason I love this anime was the immense amount of character development the characters portray. So when Sakuragi started out, he was just a newbie. He was arrogant and he didn't care for anything. He was the self-proclaimed genius. But as the show goes on, you can see him become more and more mature. You can see him become more responsible and actually improve his game. Something I realized after doing some research was that the characters in the anime are actually based on real-life basketball characters. If you know basketball players and watch them in anime, you will begin to figure out which character is which player in real life. The sound of the show is pretty amazing, and I actually really like the sound. It is really enjoyable, and it is so. My recommendation: definitely watch. It is an absolutely hilarious anime with great motivations and great characters and great plot. Now the only gripe I have with this anime is that it isn't finished, guys. So if you start watching it, don't hope for a solid ending or something. The anime abruptly stops at a point, and it's pretty jarring that they never released any more episode. I would definitely like to see more of them.